You guys are gonna love today's sponsor. Parsec is an application that lets you stream your PC games from your smartphone or laptop. As you can see, I'm streaming Fortnite on my laptop that can't even handle games. And the best part about this is that there is very low latency. This means you can play from anywhere within 1,000 miles and not worry about it affecting your performance as much. Parsec streams games up to 1440p and 60 FPS. You can stream from your desktop PC, or if you don't have a PC powerful enough to play games, then you can rent one of their clouds for cheap and stream games from that instead. So you don't technically have to buy or build a PC yourself. You can stream games from your Mac, PC, Android phone, or even Raspberry Pi at 60 FPS, and get this, it doesn't matter what GPU you are using, it supports Nvidia, AMD, and Intel as well. Another cool feature is that you can invite your friends to play on your computer for co-op games that don't support online multiplayer, for example Cuphead, Overcooked, and more. If you guys are interested, check it out, it's completely free. I'll drop a link down below, and I know you guys are gonna love it. What's up guys, it's Ev from TechSource, and today is a very exciting day. I'm finally gonna build my custom PC. I've been waiting for this for over 2 years now, but alas, everything is coming together and I have all the parts right in front of me. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna be doing an air-cooled version first, or I should say a non-water-cooled version, and I'm gonna swap it out and do a full custom loop PC to compare the differences coming from an air-cooled PC to a custom loop. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's go over some of the parts here. The MVP, of course, is the 7980XE 18-core processor. Holy crap. But this is actually delidded. I sent it over to Steven at Gamers Nexus and he delid the processor for me. That's gonna have better performance. I think 14-degree difference coming from the stock 7980XE, which is gonna be better for thermals, and of course I can even overclock it further because of that. So very excited about that. We also got 32 gigs of RAM, 3200 megahertz from Corsair. This is the Vengeance RGB RAM sticks. I'm gonna be putting in 32 gigs. Of course, we're gonna go with SLI. It's not a TechSource build without putting in 2 GPUs, even though I'm not gonna probably use this much power. And I went with the EVGA 1080 Ti for that, FTW 3 edition. The motherboard I'm going with is the MSI X299M, which if you guys saw my previous video, I explained why I swapped from the EVGA X299 Micro to this. This is actually the best motherboard, micro ATX motherboard you can buy right now. And one of the reasons I actually switched over is because this has an optical port, whereas the EVGA Micro did not. It also has 2 M.2 slots, which means I'm gonna be hooking up 2 of these bad boys in RAID 0. This is the Samsung 960 Pro M.2, 512GB M.2 SSD. I actually have one more on the way, so once that gets here, I can hook both of them up. The only other storage device I'm gonna be going with are 2 SSDs. Again, the other one is on the way. This is the WD Blue 2TB SSD. So I'm gonna be hooking 2 of them up into RAID 0 as well. So total 4 terabytes of SSD storage and some insane speeds. The power supply I'm going with is the HX1000 from Corsair, which is going to be plenty, but of course I have to go with custom sleeving. This is a white and red build with black accents, so I had to go with the best of the best right now in the market, which is Cable Mod cables, and of course I had to opt for the aluminum white cable combs. Now the cooler I'm going with is going to be the Captain 360EX cooler from Deepcool, which is gonna be plenty to cool the 7980XE. I'm actually curious to see how much I can overclock it using just the AIO. And I think last but not least, we have the case itself. This is a very unique case. It's not available in the US, unfortunately. I was lucky enough to find it off a website that was able to ship to the US. I think it's only available in the UK for some reason. This is the Hexgear R40. It's a micro ATX chassis. It's a very clean looking computer case, and then when I first saw it, I was like, I have to have this for my personal PC. Alright, that's a lot of parts. Of course, we have some minor things here like some red SATA cables, and we've got some AIO tubing for the AIO cooler. Technically, this is compatible with the NZXT Kraken. I don't know if it's gonna fit with this one, but we'll give it a shot and we'll see. And we got some minor accessories like red thumb screws, of course. I'm also gonna paint some parts of the case. There's gonna be some slight modding as well. Whatever I need to do to make this PC stand out and look one of the best out there. But anyways, I'm done rambling. Let's go and unbox some stuff and get to building. All right, let's get the case out of here. This thing is actually very heavy. And there's gonna be some assembly required because I'm gonna have to put together this case, which I think is the first time I've ever put together. Actually, no, the Cougar case is also another case that I put together. Okay, there's a lot of freaking pieces. I think half this video is gonna be me assembling the freaking case. Oh my god. What the heck? What in the world? I don't see a manual or installation guide anywhere. Unless they secretly hid it inside one of these bags. Okay, yeah, there's nothing in here. It's like building a rocket ship. Seriously? What started out as an exciting day quickly turned into a depressing one. Hence why we're here at Fry's Electronics to pick up a backup case. I did email Hexgear and I asked them if they can send over some spare screws so that I can put together the parts. But unfortunately, it's gonna take at least a week because they're stationed all the way in UK and I don't wanna wait any longer, guys. I've postponed this so many times and I know you guys have been waiting for this video for such a long time. So I'm here to pick up basically an alternative case in the meantime, just to put together everything and then test it out, benchmark it. And then once I finally do get the screws in for the Hexgear R40, I can go in and put that together and continue that build. This is literally the entire selection at Fry's. Half these cases are junk. Oh my god, this is gonna be harder than I thought. I just want something that's gonna fit the 360mm radiator, honestly, and it fits the color scheme. Other than that, I don't care because this is temporary, of course. They have a bunch of NZXT S340 cases. All right, so we can't record here too long. They're gonna kick us out because they already gave us a warning. But I think I've decided on the NZXT H700i mid-tower chassis. It's one of the cases that supports a 360mm radiator, and I've never done a build in it, so I think we can knock down two birds with one stone. Yeah, just pick it up and head back home. I was literally thinking about this as I was paying for the case. How the hell are we gonna put this in the car? Ladies and gentlemen, do not buy a Lamborghini or do not take one for shopping, even if it is just one box, because you are not gonna fit. What if we take this out of the box, put the case inside here? I think it'll fit. Oh my God. You good there, bro? This is how we're gonna get home, basically.
Oh shit, you guys are driving this thing?
Yeah, we have no space to put the case, so he's gonna have to hold it like that the entire trip. We didn't take into account the storage space for the Lamborghini, so it's gonna be an interesting trip. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the headquarters. It is 7 o'clock. We started building this at 12, which means we have done jack it. But we do have a case now, so that's definitely a start. And it kind of worked out because I haven't built in the H700i, so this is actually killing two birds with one stone. And I think it'll look awesome in this beautiful case, which will match the color scheme. And it fits a 360mm radiator. So I think all in all, we are finally back on track. Unfortunately, it had to be 7 hours later. But anyways, I'm gonna shut the hell up because I know you guys are annoyed of me talking this entire time. And I'm just gonna start putting things together. Oh, also on the way back up here, I opened up the mailbox and look, our second 960 Pro M.2 arrived. So I think we pretty much have everything other than the extra SSD, which is on the way. But anyways, guys, I'm officially done talking. Let's just start the build. All right, so it is now 11 o'clock. It took us about 4 hours to finally finish this. It was definitely a challenge. The final result, it's okay. It's not, what I expected. There's obviously some things I would do differently. For example, I would do some custom paint jobs. I would paint the PCI brackets, the SSD trays. I would throw in some custom backplates, an SLI bridge, things like that to really customize it and keep the color scheme consistent. But because this is not my personal PC, I'm going to be swapping cases. I'm just going to leave it at the way it is right now. Overall, the experience building in the H700i was fairly positive for the most part. It's $200 for this case, and honestly, I think it's a bit too steep. This is not a case for enthusiasts. What I mean by that is if you're building with 2 GPUs or more, stay away from this case, and I'll explain why in a bit. A few things I like about this case is how clean it looks, the amount of cable management space in the back. You get really nice cable tie-down areas, you got raceways, a lot of zip ties, so amazing job with the cable management support back here. Storage space is also awesome. You got an SSD tray in the front, also 2 more trays up here, and then 2 additional SSD trays in the back with 3 additional hard drive bays. Oh, and the expandability is also awesome. You get support up to 360mm radiator for the top and the front, so you guys can actually do some pretty cool custom water cooling builds in this PC. Now, the one gripe I have with this case is the small cutout that NZXT gives you to run the GPU cables from the bottom. It is so tiny, literally this small, that you can only fit 2 sets of cables, guys. I'm running SLI, so I got 4 sets of 8 PCI connectors, and it was a challenge trying to squeeze all of them through that little tiny hole. And because of that, you guys can see the cables are looking pretty bad. Now, if I only had a single GPU, it would have looked nice. I can, use the cable combs and make it look really nice. But because it's so crammed down there, that is basically what it looks like right now. So, in my opinion, that's a very, very bad design on NZXT's part. Anyways, we hooked up the PC. Let's see if it actually boots. If it doesn't, I'll probably go insane. So, let's do this. Well, that was fast. Turned on and then just turned off. Now it doesn't even boot. So we're getting basically 1 click and then it shuts off automatically and doesn't even want to start. So I'm going to do some troubleshooting and see if I can get this nightmare over. I don't know what the possible issue might be. Sounds like a power supply issue, the way it's clicking. So I picked up the EVGA 1000 G3. I got reason to believe that the power supply is defective, which literally never happens to me. I think it's the first time that a power supply is defective, and it's from Corsair. So we're gonna plug this one in, try it out, and see if that fixes the issue, because all we're getting is a simple click, literally split second, everything just shuts off. And we even use the power supply tester, and even this is telling us that the power supply is not functioning the right way. So I'm gonna connect this to the motherboard, and one more piece goes to the CPU. All right. I call it. So, ladies and gentlemen, indeed, it is the power supply. Wow. Everything is clearly running. All the fans are spinning. We got power to the CPU, RAM, graphics cards. It's looking very healthy. So, wow. Okay, we have a dead power supply. I don't know if it got damaged on the way here. But anyways, I think that pretty much does it for this video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys drop a like to show your support, and make sure you're subscribed if you guys don't want to miss out on the next few episodes. I think I'm gonna work on this tomorrow though, because I'm dead tired. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Once again, I do want to thank Parsec for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to connect to a gaming PC from anywhere and stream games either on your Mac, PC, laptop, or smartphone, then check them out by clicking on the link below.